In this video, we're going to show that we're building a canopy between the connexes that we put in place. This canopy will be for storing some of the larger equipment to get it out of the rain. The canopy is 20 feet long, so it runs the full length of the connex. It's 20 feet wide and 15 feet at the center. Really, we need it for storing the telehandler mainly because we don't have a garage, nor will we have a garage in the near future to store that. But we'll also store anything that won't fit in one of the future garage builds that we have. So you can see I'm kind of running through the parts here and talking a little bit about putting the structure together. And basically what we have is a structure that bolts to the connex, so it makes it pretty easy to put together. And then you have a hoop structure, half hoop structure that connects between the two connexes, and then a PVC vinyl canopy portion that we're going to pull across and fasten down in a similar way that we did the circus tent that we built in the winter. This was pretty easy to put together. The directions were mostly pictures, no words, but it's pretty self-explanatory once you kind of locate all the parts and start putting things together on the ground.
I'm gonna film a follow-up closeout video on our canopy build that we just completed. We kind of worked late into the evening to get this all stretched out and done, basically over 2 different evenings to get this completed. So basically what we have is, as you've seen, the canopy connects to the top of your Connex, so you build out a frame system, and then everything bolts together, and it has a mechanism to allow that to the frame base to connect to the top of the Connex. There's a little slip hole for stacking these Connexes and whatnot, so that they can all be secured. So basically there's a piece of metal in there, and you basically it's a force fit, well, not a force fit in the hole, but basically use the screws to pull that up to where it is, kind of a snug fit right there, and that's at all 4 corners. And then you basically just bolt all of the supporting structure together. And we did that. We basically put together each hoop and then put them on one at a time, then came through and put the horizontal supports in, and then finished that up, and then tightened everything. I tightened everything down after that, and then you basically pull the canvas across and ratchet it down. It has some ratchet. You just cut little slits in there. You sleeve, has a little form sleeve there that you thread some pipe through, and then that becomes your anchor point for your ratchets and your nylon straps. And then you basically, the last step is that you pull a rope all the way around to secure it to the hoops at each end, and that just keeps the lift factor down just a tad bit. But I mean, with this being open, I mean, if it's not going anywhere, but it'll rip a hole in that canvas before it does anything. Yeah, this build went way better. We learned a lot that we were able to apply from our surface tent build. It's kind of similar in the way it's put together. One thing I did learn is tape all your seams. Not that we had any problems over there, but you would hit snags and stuff, and it just made it a pain. Anyway, it did make that a lot easier, and we were able to pull it across no problem. Some of our equipment, especially this telehandler, we needed something to put that in. I put the skid steer in here too. The equipment has a home. We could even get the tractor in here and probably some other things if we really needed to. If we cannot get concrete poured, we have a contingency plan to use this to store all of our equipment for the winter, and that will work. And we'll have to squeeze it, but do what you got to do out here, and you make it work. So that's what we will do. We will make it work. So anyway, this was pretty easy, a lot easier than putting that circus tent together, mainly because of all the learnings, and because it's overall about a third of the area in terms of pulling the canvas across, and it's not 5 degrees out, so it made it a lot nicer. It was pretty hot that day that we were pulling it. It was at the end of the day, and the heat built up all day, but we made it, and we got it across and got it all ratcheted down and tied down, and nice. For the money, it's absolutely worth it. No doubt I would recommend this if you've got equipment you need to store. Yeah, it's the way to go. So thanks for watching.